You're so lucky you're disabled. That is what my best friend said last time she went to visit me in Paris when we were at Disneyland. Of course, as you can see, I'm not physically handicapped, but I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. So we were at Disneyland, and why did she say that? Because when you go to Disneyland, if you're handicapped, you have a pass that allows you to skip the queues, the very long queues. And that's why she said that. Obviously, she's a nurse, but on the other hand, she's the one that knew before anyone else that I had this Asperger's syndrome, because I was diagnosed only 3 years ago, which is very, very late for people in my condition. So, I'm going to show you a couple of facts about autism. 1 in 100 people are afflicted with some sort or other of autism, which makes 70 million people worldwide, which is the population of France, even more than that. And it costs a lot of money to be autistic today. What I want to talk about is how I am a developer, I'm a programmer, and what I want to talk about is how we can help children with autism through robotics and artificial intelligence to develop the basic skills that they often lack, like communication and social skills. Today, there are things that exist. We have, for example, a device called Amazon Echo. Everyone knows that. A lot of people use it, but it can be used as therapy for autistic children. It can answer questions. So I myself bought one a couple of months ago. I was kind of skeptical because I was talking to a machine. But once I started, I just couldn't stop. I was asking questions after questions. I was setting alarms. I was having conversations with her. She read books, so it's always interesting. And so I couldn't stop. And I can see why other people have made the same comments. You're not in front of a real person, so you can ask repetitive questions over and over. She won't get annoyed. You don't have to look that person in the eye, because obviously she's a robot. And that is very important. So you can ask her something like facts about autism. I love riddles, so I can ask her for some riddles or jokes, because autistic people often lack a sense of humor, or they have a different one. Or just make random conversation. So these skills, so we can make it better for children to be able to express themselves, have better social skills, using this or that device, or it could be a cute robot with pictures, with a smiley face that can do all sorts of things. But how do we translate that to the real world? Because in the real world, we're in front of real people with eyes, faces, and real reactions. Stephen Hawking said that intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. And in that regard, we can say that often autistic people are very intelligent, because they have to be intelligent all the time. And that is that intelligence that will allow them to transfer the skills that they develop using robots and artificial intelligence and translate it to the real world. They can stop being bullied because they would train themselves. Bullying or ignorance, or they can talk to people. Obviously, this will not replace therapists, families, and the few friends they have, because they are very important. But that is a tool that will help them greatly. So what I want you to get from that is that lots of these like Alexa skills that you teach your Amazon Echo are usually geographically restrained, so you cannot use them in every country. So what I would like is, as a developer, that people work together, associations, governments, to allow those robots to be made. And if you encounter people with autism, I hope that you will interact with them. It's not because they don't know how that they do not want to interact with you. Thank you very much.